They were in Section 1 many years ago. Got moved to Section 3, which is a section that Apple Valley and most of the South Suburban teams are in. Then they got moved back to Section 1 in the 2012 season. They beat Owatonna in the section final in 2012, 47-34. Since then, it's been Rochester John Marshall. Lakeville North won in 2013, 61-47. In 2014, 96-61. In 2015, 62-51. In 2016, 60-58. And in 2017, 81-61. That's right, that was the score last year in the arena. 81-61. Of course, that was then. This is now. Our broadcast today is service to the Northfield Hospital and Clinics, who bring you our keys to the game. Citizens Bank, Minnesota Lakeville. Super convenient, not too far from Super Target. Just off I-35 in Lakeville. The Dakota Electric Association, H&R Block. They have offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna. Not only do they know numbers and know taxes, but you get your maximum refund guaranteed at H&R Block. They'll be bringing you our statistics here today as the Panthers are still on the floor warming up here in the auditorium. John Marshall Rockets are down in their locker room. This place, as I mentioned, is packed. It seats 2,200, we were told. If it's a sellout, and they are sitting people where the Lakeville North band would have been, but the Lakeville North AD did tell them they're not bringing a band down. So some fans are now being escorted into that area. They are going to open up a conference room with a large screen TV or monitor, whatever you want to call it, and have closed circuit of that. It's going to be absolutely free for those who can't get in the auditorium. It'll be like you're sitting in the gym and watching, only you'll be sitting in a comfy cushion chair in a conference room. Wonder how that'll be. The band you hear in the background is the John Marshall Band. As I mentioned, Lakeville North did not bring theirs. I'm sure it would have been difficult to be here and also be up at the state girls basketball tournament where Lakeville North is playing the third place game. That game, by the way, will be on our sister station, Power 96 Radio. Roy Koenig will have the call from the Gangahawk Center on the campus of Concordia University in St. Paul, Minnesota. Very nice facility. You Lakeville North fans who go there will enjoy the experience if you've never been there. I guarantee it. Really nice facility. So that game will be on Power 96, and the reason it's on Power 96 is at 6 o'clock tonight. I will be at the Target Center to bring you the state championship game. The Northfield Raiders and the Hawks of Robbinsdale Cooper going toe-to-toe for the state championship in Class 3A in Minnesota in girls basketball. We certainly want to extend our best wishes to Tony Matheson and the whole crew at Northfield. And Andy Birkbaum, the Northfield head boys coach last night, told us he really believes that Northfield can get it done here tonight. They need to make it a half-court game. We're both in agreement of that because Cooper is a transition team. So that will be probably the key Northfield Hospital and Clinics key in that game. Speaking of keys in games, Lakeville North coach John Oxton always preaches defense. Now last year, they really didn't do anything special against Mr. Hurt, one of the most sought-after players in the nation. What they did was shut down basically everybody else. And won 81-61 because, well, they just had enough firepower to do that. Lakeville North's got a pretty special player themselves in the 6'7" junior Tyler Wall. He doesn't get the type of kudos that Hurt does, but it'll be interesting to see if, well, I guess we'll wait till they get on the court. I was going to say if they put Wall on Hurt or vice versa. That might be fun to watch if that happens here today. So the John Marshall Band sounds like they kind of quieted down a little bit. They're not trying to be too loud. So this should be a lot of fun. Lakeville North has not gone down in the locker room at all. They've stayed up here on the floor and warmed up in the auditorium because, well, I don't know that they've played in this facility ever. And so you're shooting against a different backdrop. It's not as expansive as the arena is, and you shoot into a lot of different colors, a lot of different colored, shirts. There's some students behind the basket where the Lakeville North Panthers will be going here in the first half. They're all wearing green for St. Patrick's Day. I've got green on for St. Patrick's Day. Lakeville North obviously will not have. They're wearing red. It's kind of funny. I was over at the scorer's table getting starters for the game, or trying to, and was visiting with a couple of people over there. And one of the Rochester John Marshall administrators came over and said, maybe we should have worn green today. Got a little luck of the Irish. And he said, depending on what happens, maybe we'll do that at halftime. We'll come out in green uniforms in the second half. I will tell you this. Matthew Hurt, the 6'9" junior for Rochester John Marshall, is wearing green tennies today. So I don't know if he's trying to get a little luck of the Irish. So again, I think I was in the middle of telling you what the Northfield Hospital and Clinic's keys to the game for the Lakeville North Panthers is today. Of course, Northfield Hospital and Clinics partnering with you for a lifetime of care. They have a full-service clinic plus urgent care right in Lakeville. Primary care for the entire family plus the specialists you need when you need them. Northfield Hospital and Clinics partnering with you for a lifetime of care. And for Lakeville North, they just want to do what they do. I mean, I don't know that they need to do anything special, as I mentioned. I would assume that they'll go with the same game plan they did a season ago. And, they don't want Hurt to go off crazy on them, but they're going to concentrate a little bit more on making him have to carry the entire load, which is tough to do. He does a lot for the team. He brings the ball up a lot. Lakeville North loves to put pressure on, and they put on a press that you don't see in the Big Nine, even while the Austin Packers are probably the closest thing. And John Marshall did split with Austin this year. They were the co-conference champions of the Big Nine. So, obviously, they handle the press there. We'll see what happens here. Lakeville North is just so deep, too. They can just bring in a couple of players off the bench. Now, they're not as deep as they've been in past years, but they're still, I think, a little deeper than John Marshall is. John Marshall is lined up for the national anthem. Lakeville North has gone down to the locker room as the seconds are ticking off on the clock here. And it's long before the 1 o'clock tip-off here. There are some empty seats. It's not totally packed in here at the moment. I mean, there are some empty seats, so I don't know. They were anticipating a sellout. I see Faribault head coach Miller here. Of course, he used to coach at Lakeville North before he came to Faribault, so he's very familiar with some of these athletes from Lakeville. If I were to point to two specific things that Lakeville North needs in this game, I'll be curious to see if John Marshall tries to slow the game down and make it a half-court game. Coach Daly did that a lot at Rochester Luard. We'll see if he tries to control tempo here. It's a little more difficult when you're taking on a team that can throw on a press like John Marshall can. But Lakeville North can play any style. That's one of the other reasons why they've been able to win this section for 6 straight years and are going for their 7th this year. They can play half court. They can play full court. They can play any style you want to throw at them, because they play in that South Suburban Conference where they have so many very good basketball teams. By the way, at halftime, I'm going to go over all the teams that have qualified for the state tournament in Class 4A, Class 3A, Class 2A, and Class A. The only sections that have not been determined yet in Class A. Oh, wait a minute. That might have been determined. I'll have to look that up. But in Class AA, Caledonia plays. Caledonia defeated Byron. I'm sorry. Class A, Rushford Peterson plays Spring Grove later today. 5 o'clock tip-off here in the auditorium. Reason why they're not in the arena, the NCAA Division III Women's Championship is being played in the arena tonight. The Final Four was being played here over the last couple of days. Had a big party last night. This place was packed. Getting out of here and getting into there, the parking ramp was crazy. So Lakeville North is back on the court. Getting lined up for the national anthem because we do have a mic here, and I think we can pick up the band pretty good. We're going to let you hear the national anthem, get the feel of the auditorium.
Auditorium for the championship game of Section 140 boys basketball. Vying for the title this afternoon are the Rochester John Marshall Rockets and the Lakeville North Defeats. Now please rise for the playing of our national anthem by the John Marshall Rocket Band under the direction of Christopher Jarvis.
There you have the band from Rochester John Marshall playing our national anthem as we get set to start this game. They are introducing the starters alternately here at the auditorium. Typically I go visitors and then home team, but Matthew Hurt introduced the 6'9" junior for John Marshall. Also coming on the court is Tyler Ebert. He's a 6'1" senior for John Marshall. The Lakeville North Panthers have their outstanding 6'7" junior Tyler Wall. Also Owen Blazik is a 6'1" senior. And Tyler Luco is a 6'6" senior. Eric Stye is a 6'3" senior for John Marshall. Montre Hyatt is a 6-foot junior for John Marshall. And Solomon Antoine is a 6-foot senior. As Tommy Jensen, a 5'11" junior, starting for the Lakeville North Panthers. And the final person introduced for Lakeville North is Mr. Wall. So for Lakeville North, it's Colin Denk, a 6'3" senior. Owen Blazik, a 6'1" senior. Tyler Luco, a 6'6" senior. Tommy Jensen, a 5'11" junior. And Tyler Wall, a 6'7" junior. And for John Marshall, it's Solomon Antoine, a 6-foot senior. Montre Hyatt, a 6-foot junior. Matthew Hurt, the 6'9" junior. Eric Stye, the 6'3" senior. And Tyler Ebert, the 6'1" senior. Rockets in their white. Says Rockets in black across their chest. Black numerals. Some red on their uniforms. Lakeville North in their home red. They're the #1 seed. John Marshall, the #2 seed. It says Panthers in white across their chests. The official steps in, and we're set to get this underway on KDHO AM, Faribault, Minnesota. Tap controlled by Lakeville North. Blazic got the ball to Jensen. Bounces it on the left side. Pass in on the block. Ball backs in. Hurt comes over to help out. Now they get it out top of the key. Lakeville North trying to see what sort of defense John Marshall is in. Coach Oxton is on one knee in front of the bench watching his team work the ball. One thing JM does, play very good defense. Jensen in the lane, pulls up and scores a little 8-footer. Good patience shown on the first possession by the Lakeville North Panthers. As Hurt brings the ball up, he'll toss it on the right wing. Antoine dribbles one way, then the other, and away with a push-off. He passes it off. It's stolen away by Jensen and then stolen back by Antoine. And now we've got a tie-up. Possession arrow will go to the Rochester John Marshall Rockets. Rockets will inbound it right in front of us here. We're courtside at mid-court in the auditorium at the Rochester Mayo Civic Center. As Ebert gets it in. Stye passes it on the left wing. It's stolen. Lakeville North behind the back dribble into the lane. Shots up and no good, but a foul's going to be called. Getting the steal that time was Tyler Wall. John Marshall's already had a couple of turnovers. You cannot have lazy passes against this team. They get in the passing lanes as well as anybody. And Coach Daly has three of his guys over there telling him that right now. As Wall missed the free throw, which is pretty rare. 2-0 Lakeville North on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard as he missed them both. They have very tight rims in here. Rebound taken out by Hurt. He passes it up the floor. Hurt has it. He's going to shoot the three, and it's good. Right in front of the North bench. Hurt hits the triple. It's 3-2 John Marshall. Jensen dribbles to his right. He's being checked out there. There's a couple of right-handed dribbles. Luco, now they swing it on the left side, get on the block to Wall. Wall so far does not have Hurt on him. Hurt comes over to help out, though. He gets in, a little shot, a little two-footer, and he missed it. Wow, that's not normal. Coming up the floor is Hurt. Hurt stops. He was going to shoot a three. Wall flew at him, and he decided to pass it up. Now they get it back out front to Antoine. Coach Daly telling his team to move the ball. Move the ball. Hurt stands at the free throw line. Tries to throw a screen on the right side. Layup is missed, and a blocking foul is called on Lakeville North. Jensen gets called for the blocking foul. Going to the basket and shaking his arm was Ebert. The 6'1 senior will go to the charity stripe. Lakeville North comes into this game with a record of 24-4. They're sitting with 4 straight wins. Their losses were to Chaska, Austin, Apple Valley, and Farmington. John Marshall has just 2 losses, 26 wins on the season. They have a 15-game winning streak as he rims out the first one. Their losses were to Mankato East and Austin, both out of the Big 9. Again, John Marshall, co-champions of the Big 9 Conference with the Austin Packers. 4-2 is the score. John Marshall leads it here early. Wall brings the ball up. He does a lot for the North Panthers, too. Just like Hurt does for John Marshall. Inside the lane. Little pull-up jumper's good by Jensen. He's done 2 of those now. He's got 4, and we're tied at 4. Is bringing the ball up as Stye. Stye stops just as he gets across the timeline, then brings it over. The handoff as little give-and-go action. 15-footer's no good. Rebound's taken down by Lakeville North. Wall. Little stutter step move, goes in the lane, loses the ball. Thought he was fouled. He did. John Marshall pass underneath Stye from Hurt, and he scores. Boy, that was awesome. Great assist by Hurt as Denk passes the top of the key to Luco. Luco's going to shoot a long-range jumper. It's in and out, no good. Rebound taken out by Stye, and we're going to have a foul on Lakeville North. It'll be on Blazic. So Blazic gets called for the foul, and it's 6-4 Lakeville North. Coach Oxton telling his team to get up. They want to put on a press. They looked a little shell-shocked. They're missing a couple of shots in here that I guess typically they think fall. Pass goes on the left wing. Hurt sets a high screen. He's going to go down on the low block. They've got Luco on him. Spinning his thigh, goes back up, shoots the shot. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Wall. Wall will rifle it to Jensen. The shot's blocked out of bounds by Antoine. He was going to shoot a three, and he just rejected it. I told you earlier, this John Marshall team playing defense much better this year than they did a season ago. As the pass comes in, bounds to Jensen, who's got 4 of the, well, he's got all the points for Lakeville North so far. In the game for the Panthers is Eli Mostert. He's a junior, 6'4". Pass goes underneath. Missed shot. Hurt gets the rebound. Hurt brings the ball up the floor. Mostert's a really physical guy. Guarding Hurt now, going right to the basket and scoring is Simon Werben. Simon Werben scores. Took it right down the lane. They're concentrating so much on Hurt. It really opened the lane for him, and now the Panthers just turned the ball over. 8-4. The Rockets have doubled them on the scoreboard. In the game now for the Rockets. Oh, I'm sorry. Thought they made a substitution, but they didn't. Pass comes out front to Sty. Sty, Hurt on the left wing, being guarded by Mastert, the very physical, broad-shouldered young man, is getting physical with Hurt. They call him for a foul. I don't know that that was necessarily a foul, but he was just very close, very tight to him, and Hurt had to do a fadeaway, and I don't know how you foul a guy fading away, but that's what they call. So Hurt's going to go to the free throw line. Again, I told you he was wearing the green tennies today for St. Patrick's Day. I'm assuming as he hits the free throw, he doesn't miss many of these. This is why in a close game, John Marshall, you put a check in their column. If he gets the ball, and he will handle the ball exclusively if it's close late. 9-4, John Marshall. Good start for the Rockets as he hits them both. They're 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Lakeville North 0 for 2. Wall gets the ball. John Marshall put a little press on. Wall in front of the John Marshall bench. Swings it over to Mostert. They get it on the left wing. Two-hand chest pass to Jensen for 3. It's no good. Rebound Hurt. And they're going to call a foul, I think, on Mostert. They do. So his second foul. Second foul called on the 6'4 junior. Coach Oxton having a conversation with him. 10-4 is our score as Hurt gets the ball and brings it up. They've got Luco checking him. Pass goes on the left side to Werben. Now they swing it to Antoine on the right wing. Hurt has not had a lot of shots here. He's set up teammates for some good shots. Sty dribbles baseline, goes too far underneath. Now inside the lane, shots up off glass, missed by the Rockets. So the point-blank layup. Luco in the open court gets it out front to Wall. Wall passes it inside the lane. Little step-back dump off on the baseline to Luco, and it's turned over. Now jumping on the ball as he lost it. Hurt lost it. We got a timeout taken by Lakeville North as they got possession of the ball. Diving on the ball that time for Lakeville North was Cole Anderson, the 6'3 senior. 10-4, John Marshall. We have not seen the type of trap that this Lakeville North team can slap on teams. What I love about John Oxton teams is they always pick their spots. And now might be a time to pick the spot. Make Hurt work more, bringing that ball up before, tire him out. I'm sure a lot of teams would try to impose that strategy. But so underneath the basket, the Lakeville North Panthers will inbound the ball. Moving right to left on your radio dial. John Marshall's moving left to right. Cody Kosfeld here at the KDHL Sports Microphone. Alex back at the studios as the pass comes on the left wing. Now they get a top of the key in the game now is Spencer Fossey, a 5'9 senior for the Panthers. As It looked like that might have been a shove, but not called. Wall spins, goes right under the basket, and loses Hurt with a beautiful move. There's a gorgeous move by Wall to lose Hurt so he couldn't block the shot. He just reverse spin. 10-6 is the score. Pass goes in the corner. John Marshall, the ball's deflected. Hurt gets it, goes right under the basket, missed it. Rebound goes up and in by Werven. Werven scores his second bucket, 12-6. It went off of the hands of Hurt right into Werven's hands. A rather fortuitous bounce. Left side is Wall. Gets a screen from Luco. Hurt now picks him up, swings it on the right side to Fossey. Fossey gets it. Shot by Anderson's no good. About 15 feet. Rebound's taken down by Werven. And he'll get it over to Sty. Bring it across the Rotary logo at center court. Ball's knocked back toward him. Remember, Lakeville North got a couple of steals early, and they get a steal now, and now they say he stepped out of bounds right in front of Coach Oxton. Wall was going to go in for a slam. So John Marshall will retain possession. They have a 12-6 lead with 11:48 to go in the first half. The pace, I think, is what John Marshall wants. They do not want to run up and down with the Panthers. Pass comes in to John Marshall's Hyatt. Hyatt will swing it on the left side. They get it back to Werven. Hyatt runs through the lane. Hurt standing at the free throw line. He gets the ball. He's being guarded by Luco. They swing it on the left side to Sty. Back out front to Werven. He'll swing it on the right side to Ebert. Takes the pass inside. Gets it back out front. Now Hurt has it. Hurt spins to look at the basket. They double team. Here's a Hyatt three. It's no good. Rebound in the corner is taken down by Blazic. Blazic gets at the Wall. Wall in the open floor. Fakes one way. Pass it in the corner. Here's a 15-footer that's no good by Luco. When Hurt went to guard him, he probably should have passed it right back to Wall. He can't cover two guys that are that far apart. Hyatt passes it to the free throw line. It's intercepted by Luco. Here comes Blazic right to the basket. Missed it, and he's fouled. So John Marshall's got a few turnovers, but Lakeville North has not been able to convert any of these into points, which typically they do. It's 12-6, John Marshall on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Conveniently located next to Super Target, just off I-35 in Lakeville. Member FDIC. Free throw rims in for Blazic. He'll have a second. Again, I don't know that North has ever played here in the auditorium. Have to ask John that. So they're trying to get used to this venue as he hits the second. John would never say this, but you got to wonder, they're the number one seed. And they're coming into Rochester to play in a facility they've never played in. Of course, the Rockets played here many times. So they got to feel right at home here. Get another push off. Antoine gets away with it. Pass it underneath the Sty. Loses the ball. Pass on the left wing to Hyatt. Now Hurt has it in the corner. He's double teamed. Pass it under the basket. Not able to make the catch. That's the fourth turnover. Here's a pass ahead. Oh, what a great pass, but missing the layup was Luco. Tried to do it in one fell swoop. Pass goes on the right wing to Fossey. Fossey backs up with the basketball. 12-8. Rochester John Marshall leads it. The pace has been what JM wants. Jensen gets it back high to Luco. Back to Jensen. Jensen stops. Back to Luco. 17-footers. Swish. It looks like they're starting to get more comfortable here, folks. It's 12-10. And they scored off the last two turnovers. Pass on the right side, Antoine gets it to Sty. Pass in the corner, going to the basket. He missed it. Ball got knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to John Marshall underneath their own basket. Coach Daly wants a timeout. He does not want to lose this lead. That's a good timeout. 10 minutes, 1 second to go here in the first half. They had doubled him on the scoreboard, 12-6. It's a 4-0 run here for Lakeville North. He wants a hoop on this possession, and you want to bet that Mr. Hurt gets the ball? He probably should touch it every possession down the floor, to be honest. If he decides to shoot, that's fine. But he's had some nice passes here setting up his teammates. And that's the way you win. Team basketball. 10:01 to go here in the first half. Halftime, we'll have our H&R Block, Lakeville, Faribault, Owatonna statistics. At H&R Block, they know taxes. H&R Block, you get your maximum refund guaranteed. Yep, offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna. So Rochester John Marshall leads it 12-10. They will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. It's Antoine who will inbound it. They run a 4-low offense. Pass goes in the corner. Now to Hurt. Free throw line extended left. Immediately they got two guys on him. They get it over to Antoine. Antoine has the ball nearly stolen by Fossey. Passes on the right side to Hyatt. Hurt's calling for it at the high post. He'll lob it toward him. It's almost stolen by Fossey. Antoine goes left side of the lane. Might have traveled. Here comes Fossey the other way. As the shot was blocked, he out of bounds by Hyatt. There's a foul. On the follow-through, he hit him. Hyatt's got a big old smile on his face for the block. A substitute just came in for him. 12-10. Lakeville North can tie it on this possession. The ball gets knocked away, and it belongs to Lakeville North. 5 turnovers. The pressure is starting to get ratcheted up here by the Panthers. And they haven't even put on their best press yet. Fossey's out front, swings it on the right side. Blazic bounces it on the block. Luco stops, pops, and it's no good. Hurt gets the rebound. Hurt will bring the ball up the floor, taps his head as he goes around the right side, switches to the left hand, pass it to Antoine. Antoine got in attack mode, being guarded by Fossey. Antoine, who's got some physicality on Fossey. Fossey is a little guy. Underneath the basket, shots up by Hurt. He was contorted, couldn't make it. Good defense there. Pass goes in the right corner to Jensen on the left side. Here's a triple, and it's good by Blazic. Lakeville North takes the lead at the 8:56 mark, 13-12. It was 12-6. They've gone on a 7-0 run. Hurt underneath the sty. It's another turnover. Wall in the corner. Jensen for 3. It's no good. Rebound is a battle for, and Antoine just slams it out of bounds. Wall was about ready to pick it up, and he just slapped it out of bounds on purpose. Holding up 2 fingers on the right hand is Coach John Oxton. Pass comes right under the basket. Wall right under the basket, missed it. Hurt made him alter his shot a little bit. Now Wall's going to get called for a foul for tripping Hurt. He didn't do it on purpose. They were both running up the floor. So Wall gets called for the foul. Well, that was a point-blank shot. It looked like he could have stuffed it. And when you get around bigger players that can block shots, that's something you probably should do. High percentage shot, the dunk. Pass out front to Sty. He'll pass it in the left corner. Ebert now out front to Antoine. They swing it over to Sty. The high post is Hurt. Sets a screen. Doesn't use the screen. Now out front they go to Antoine. Swing it over to Ebert. Backing in is Hurt. Now he's going to go down on the low block, being guarded by Mostert again. And a big physical guy, and they just turned the ball over. Hurt tried to make the catch. He dropped it out of bounds. Turnover number 7. Lakeville North is starting to turn these into points, too. That's how they've gone on this big-time run, this 7-0 run. Out front, Wall passes it right side, wide open shot, in and out, no good. Rebound taken out by Hurt. Smack dab in the middle of the blue lane was Hurt. She brings it up across the Rotary logo. Long tray is no good. Rebound's taken out by Master. He hands it over to Blazic. Blazic scoops it to Wall. Wall, no-look pass underneath. Now they get it to Mostert off glass. Shot too quickly because he was afraid it was going to get blocked. Here's another turnover by JM as they try to go full length. Jensen goes in the lane, takes it off glass, put back up by Mostert again and again. He gets it again and misses, and a foul is called. He's got a big old smile on his face, checking to see if he's got blood on the lip. Getting a congratulatory pat on the back by Jensen for trying and putback after putback after putback. And he'll go to the free throw line here. Foul is called on Antoine as the free throw is good. It's an 8-0 run. 7:22 to go. More points off turnovers. That probably is the Northfield Hospital and Clinic's key in this game. I remember I said tempo. Well, it kind of coincide with each other as he missed the second one. Hurt gets the rebound. And Hurt will hand it off. And I don't know why he doesn't touch the ball every time down the floor. Hyatt gets it on the left wing. Now I'm not saying he has to shoot every time, but run your offense through Hurt. Pass goes top of the key. Sty reverse dribbles, and they're going to call a foul underneath on Luco, I think. They say he was holding Hurt. I don't think Coach Oxton was necessarily in agreement, but 14-12, Lakeville North. They were down 12-6, 7:06 to go in the first half. Again, the pace is pretty much what John Marshall wants, but they don't want to turn it over. Hurt had a lot of attention. He got that ball in the lane. There were three guys around him. They're going to call a foul on one of the three guys. The foul's going to be on Tate Stolick, 6'7" junior in the game for the Lakeville North Panthers. Got more people they can throw at Hurt, see. Hurt makes the free throw. He's pretty much automatic here. He's got 6 points. That ends a long drought for John Marshall. They were up 12-6. It's now 14-13. If he makes this, obviously it's tied, and he does. So at the 6:58 mark, we are tied at 14. Lakeville North didn't convert some of those turnovers into points. Luco gets it out front. Now a couple of dribbles by Jensen. They bounce it on the baseline. Dink gets it on the right wing. Hands it off to Blazic. Blazic has Hyatt on him. In the corner now they go with it. To Dink. Back to Blazic. He swings it over to Jensen. Jensen one dribble. As Wall's out of the lineup right now for Lakeville North. Pass goes to Luco. Luco goes down the lane, scoops it off glass, and it is no good. Hurt gets the rebound. Again, they have to quicken their shot because of the shot blocker Hurt under there. Hurt dribbles his way to the basket and scores. He went through three different guys. He's got 9 points, and it's 16-14. Coach Oxton thought there was an offensive foul there, as he did knock over a Panther, but I did not think that he was stationary. Dribbling to his right, Blazic gets it out front. Long three by Denk is no good. Rebound taken down by Hyatt. Hyatt dumps it off and runs right over a Panther, and it's going to be a foul on Hyatt. A little out of control. And that ends up in another turnover for John Marshall. Coach Daly's clapping encouragement to his team, though. Now Coach Daly wants to talk to the official. So they're going to talk to the scorers table about something here. 5 minutes, 45 seconds ago, Coach Daly had some concern, and now they're at the scorers table. Coach Oxton's over there too. It's 16-14. Rochester John Marshall leads. 5:45 to go first half of the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Bringing hometown banking to Lakeville. Member FDIC. So I don't know what the deal was. They're back at the scorers table after conversing with the other official. Hurt has 9 of his team's 16 points. Lakeville North has great balance. 5 points by Blazic, 4 by Jensen. Wall has not gotten on track yet. He has just 2. He missed a point-blank shot. Tried a little finger roll when he was right there at the rim. And again, he went the reverse side of the rim so that Hurt couldn't block it. But he still rushed his shot a little bit, and the rim was protecting him. Luco dribbles to his right. Passes it out front. That's easy for me to say. I can't get up that. Can't get up by the rim. Wall backing in. He's back in the game. Reverse dribble. Trying to reverse layup. And he had a wide open one on the left side. Maybe trying a little too much right now. As 5 minutes, 27 seconds to go in the half. Bounce pass Dink in the corner to Blazic. Blazic hands it off to Jensen. Jensen back to Blazic. Out front to Dink. Dink, man-to-man defense here by the Rockets. Hurt's keeping check of Wall right now. Pass goes to Luco. He'll hand it off to Jensen. Straight on three is an air ball. It's tough in here if you never played in here, particularly. So the Rockets will bring the ball up. Hurt will pass it to Ebert. As oh my, Hurt just shoves. I mean, as he's coming up the floor, just absolutely shoved the Panther. And the official never saw it because they weren't looking. Hurt has it top of the key. Dink is the man he shoved. Pass goes on the left wing to Stye. I don't know if Coach Oxton saw it either. Stye passes on the left wing to Ebert. Again, and one of the Panthers got rolled over. Here's a shot off iron that'll belong to Lakeville North. A triple missed by Hurt. 16-14 Lakeville North. Halftime, we'll take a look at those statistics. A service at H&R Block with offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna. At H&R Block, you get your maximum refund guarantee. Fossey back in the game for Lakeville North. Pass out on the left side. They quickly get it into Wall. Wall. Couple of dribbles with Stye on him. Goes in the lane. Dumps it off right side. Luco's shot from 5 is no good. Again, Hurt left Wall to go to Luco. That's when you need to go to the basket. And I'm sure Coach Oxton will be telling his team that at halftime, if not before. Going right down the lane. A little out of control was the Rocket, and he turns it over. If you told me John Marshall had 10 turnovers with 4 minutes to go in the half, I'd tell you it's a double-digit lead. They have 10 turnovers, and they've got a 2-point lead because the shooting percentage for Lakeville North has to be really low right here. Handoff goes to Dink. Dribbles to his left. Looks to get dribble penetration. Now back to Fossey. Fossey, think you'd want to attack this on the opposite side. Hurts in the blue lane right now. Wall, who's capable of hitting threes, gets it in the corner now to Blazic. Blazic back to Wall. Wall dribbles, goes in attack mode under the basket. He's got Hurt on him. Pass it out front. Here's an open three, and it's rimmed out. Again, they just can't hit the shots. Blazic missed it. It was an open three from the top of the key. And Hurt jogs across the timeline with the ball, gets it to Stye. Rockets lead it 16-14. Hyatt gets it back out front, Ebert. Now it's Werbin. Back to Ebert. To Werbin. This is the pace they want. Couple of dribbles. Now Stye, as Hurt's going to go down and post up. He gets the high pass, gets the ball, goes underneath, and the ball's blocked by Wall out of bounds, and they're going to call a foul on one of the other Panthers, I think. Hitting the deck pretty hard that time was Hurt. Nope, he's not hurt. It's on Luco. Be his second. Coach Oxton called Luco over and had a little word with him as Hurt goes to the free throw line where he is automatic. He's 4 for 4. And he missed it. So much for being automatic. 16-14, John Marshall. They said they want a low-scoring game to try and steal this one away. Lakeville North wants to up the tempo, I would think. As the free throw by Hurt is good. He's got 10 points. 17-14 is our score. Rochester John Marshall leads it on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. As Wall has the basketball. And he had a really bad pass. Gets it back, though, from Blazic. Baseline, shoots the shot. He thought Hurt was going to come over and try and block it. So, again, he's in their head. Well, they score. Werbin gets called for the foul. And Wall's free throw is no good. He's 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Same footage to the basket and everything, but it is a whole different background you're shooting into, and he missed them both. Hurt gets the rebound. 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Lakeville North is 3 for 7 from the free throw line, or they'd have a lead. It's 17-14. Wall tried to gamble to get a steal, and he gets a second foul. Well, Lakeville North's in a little bit of trouble now. You got Wall with 2 fouls. You got Mostert with 2 fouls. got Luco with 2 fouls. As Worven's at the free throw line, shooting into the John Marshall band. And it's no good. Rebound taken on by Fossey. They have 6 points at the free throw line and a 3-point lead. Definitely the difference. Fossey gets a free throw line extended right to Blazek. He'll bounce it underneath and right into the hands of Hurt. Lakeville North has a turnover. Hurt out top of the key. Mastert's on him again. They swing it to Antoine. Pass goes underneath. It's intercepted by Wall. Wall trying to beat Hurt down the floor. Antoine makes it. Oh, nice scoop pass to Fossey. Gets it to Blazek. Back to Fossey. Fossey at the free throw line. Mastert swings it on the left side. Wall almost lost it. He dribbles to his right. Has Hurt on him now. Swings it left side to Blazek. Back to Wall for 3, and it's good. Haven't been able to hit the free throws. He's missed a couple of point-blank layups and finger rolls, but he hits the triple, and we're tied at 17 with 1:42 to go. Antoine has it on the right wing for John Marshall, moving left to right on your radio dial. Says JM on the top and little dinky letters of their numerals on the back. Left side it's Stye. Hurt has 2 guys on him now. As they're going to call a foul on Lakeville North. Wow. Yep, they call it on Mastert. It'll be his 3rd foul. And so Hurt goes back to the free throw line where he's 5 of 6. He missed it. We're tied at 17 with 1:28 to go in the half. And he makes the second one, so JM picks up the lead again, 18-17. Jensen will bring it up the far sideline. A little skip in his step, hands it off to Wall. Wall passes it, top of the key, is back in the game as Stalick to get it on the block. Quick spin by Wall, reverse layup, missed it again. Rebound's taken down by Hurt. And he's trying to go a little quicker because of the shot blocking ability of Hurt. He's got the right idea to use the rim as a protector. But then he doesn't have to go that quick. Here's a 3 by Hurt. That's good from way downtown. He's got 14, and it's 21-17. John Marshall leads. 49 seconds to go. Layup wide open. Under the basket was Cole Anderson for Lakeville North. It's 21-19. Stye brings the ball up the floor, passes it to Antoine. Antoine backs up, almost traveled. Cole Anderson was on his back. Wall knocks it away as they try to get it into Hurt. Holding up one finger on his right hand is Hurt. Back in the game is going to be Denk. Sitting down is going to be Wall with 31 seconds to go. They don't want Wall to get that 3rd foul. Pass comes in on the right side to Werbit. He'll lob it to Hurt. Comes out top of the key to catch the ball. Pass it back on the right side to Antoine. Antoine dribbled to his left, guarded by Anderson. There's 21 seconds to go. Coach Daly telling his team to come out. Hurt to get the ball. Hurt does. 14 seconds. He's got Denk on him. Passes it on the right side as they trapped him. Somebody should flash the basket when they trap that high. Antoine dribbles the lane. Here's a Stye triple, and it's good. And that's at the buzzer. So they executed that to perfection. Coach Daly giving his players pats on the derriere as they head to the locker room. The Rochester John Marshall Rockets have a 24-19 lead at halftime. Now comes the chess match, folks. I would almost guarantee that we're going to see a little bit more pressure out of the Panthers to try and up the tempo of this game. We'll find out if that's truly the case. It's halftime. Rochester John Marshall 24, Lakeville North 19. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
Tired of feeling like a number at the doctor's office? At Northfield Hospital and Clinics, we treat you like a person. You are an important part of your healthcare team, so our doctors and staff listen to you and treat you with respect. Our 4 clinics offer primary and specialty care close to home in Northfield, Lonsdale, Lakeville, and Farmington. Learn more about our doctors and staff at northfieldhospital.org. Brought to you by Northfield Hospital and Clinics, providing primary and specialty health care through personalized, patient-centered care. Small enough to know you, large enough to serve you.
Woohoo! It's what we do at Citizens Bank Minnesota, delivering the best banking services around, starting with our Woohoo Checking, the granddaddy of them all, offering an insanely high interest rate. Next up, Woohoo Simple, the young adult choice. It keeps it simple, now offering Woohoo You, a youth account with amazing rates for those future leaders. Stop by any of our locations in Lakeville, New Ulm, Lafayette, or LaSalle to find out how Citizens can put Woohoo in your banking. Get more information at citizensmn.bank, member FDIC.
Favorite thing about my street?
It's quiet.
Safe.
The people.
We rely on each other.
And we rely on our Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The co-op isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information, efficiency,
Safety.
technology.
That's why whenever I have a question about energy,
I always call my Touchstone Energy Cooperative first.
because in my community
I am the co-op. And the co-op
is me.
Dakota Electric Association is your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Gordy Kosfeld here with a KDHL Sports microphone. The John Marshall Band is entertaining the crowd. The Lakeville North School was not able to bring the band. They're up at the State Girls Basketball Tournament. They'll be over at Gangelhoff Center on the Concordia St. Paul campus. That game, the third place game in the Girls State High School Basketball Tournament, Class 4A, can be heard on our sister station, Power 96 Radio, KQCL FM, 95.9 on your FM dial. Best way to listen is to download the free Power 96 Faribault app. Just tap the app, go to Listen Live, and you can listen to the game. Same's true here on KDHL. KDHLradio.com is the way to listen. I had a guy from Rochester who said, you know, I'm having a hard time picking your station up in Rochester these days. I told him to just tap the app. He did. He listened to the Northfield game last night. He came over and said he was very appreciative. It was an awesome game, and boy, was it ever. Northfield almost beat the number 2 ranked team in Class 3A, the Austin Packers, but almost really only counts in what? Horseshoes and darts? Anyway, 74-72 was the final score there. I promised you I'd go over all the sections and who's in the state tournament so far, so I better get going here. Get you our H&R Block stats, courtesy of H&R Block. John Marshall's hurt, leading the way. That's to be expected. He's got 14 first-half points on his team's 24. 5 for Eric Stye. 1 for Tyler Ebert. 4 for Simon Werbin. The guards have not scored at all in this game for John Marshall. For Lakeville North, they have very good balance. Blazik has 5 points. 5 points for Tyler Wall, who has missed some really point-blank layups that he typically would not. It appears to me that he's trying to rush it because, you know, Hurt's got that shot-blocking ability around the basket, but he's had the right idea going reverse, using the rim as a protector, but he still looks to be hurrying the shot a little bit. We'll see if he settles down here in the second half. Luco's got 2 points. Got 2 fouls. Wall's got 2 fouls. Tommy Jensen hit a couple of shots in the lane to start the game. He had the first 4 points for Lakeville North. They fell down early by a 12-6 score and then ran on a big-time 7-0 run, which in this game was a big run because, well, John Marshall's trying to limit possessions, obviously. They want this to be a half-court game. Let's see, also for Lakeville North, Cole Anderson has a couple of points off the bench and a wide-open bunny. Lakeville North has not been able to hit their free throws. They shot 8 free throws in the first half, and they made 3. 3 of 8 from the free throw line, where the game could be a whole lot closer, obviously. It's a 5-point differential, and they've missed 5 free throws. John Marshall in the first half, 7 of 11 from the free throw line. Hurt has 6 points at the free throw line in 8 attempts. The H&R Block stat of the first half, in my opinion, is Lakeville North getting 10 turnovers out of John Marshall. 10 turnovers of this kind of a paced game. You would think that Lakeville North would be ahead. Nope, they only converted 3 of those 10 turnovers into 6 points. The points off turnovers are 6-2 in favor of Lakeville North. They need to have double-digit points off turnovers, in my opinion, to win this game. They also need to start hitting their free throws, obviously. It's halftime. H&R Block with offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna, bringing you all our statistics. Points in the paint, 8 for John Marshall and 8 for Lakeville North. So that's even Steven, 8-8 in points in the paint. Hertz got 2 threes. Stye's got a 3. That's 3 for John Marshall. In fact, the Stye 3 was at the buzzer. Blazik's got a 3. Wall's got a 3. So 3 threes for John Marshall and 2 threes for Lakeville North here at halftime. Thanks to H&R Block. They know taxes. They know numbers at H&R Block. Your maximum refund guaranteed. H&R Block with offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna. We'll look at some of the teams, at least in Class 4A, that are in the state tournament. The last team to be determined is this one, I think, in Class 4A. We'll double check that for you while you listen to some of our super sponsors. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
All right, America. H&R Block has some good news. For a limited time only, you could get a refund advance loan of up to $3,000 the same day you file at Block. That's right. You could get up to $3,000 today. No interest. Told you it was good news. To learn more or find participating locations near you, visit hrblock.com. Get your taxes won. Optional tax refund related loan from BofI Federal Bank. Not your tax refund. $500, $750, $1,250, or $3,000 loans offered. Approval and loan amount based on expected refund and other conditions. Funds loaded on prepaid card. Tax returns may be e-filed without applying for this loan. Fees for other products or features may apply.
Tired of feeling like a number at the doctor's office? At Northfield Hospital and Clinics, we treat you like a person. You are an important part of your healthcare team, so our doctors and staff listen to you and treat you with respect. Our 4 clinics offer primary and specialty care close to home in Northfield, Lonsdale, Lakeville, and Farmington. Learn more about our doctors and staff at northfieldhospital.org. Brought to you by Northfield Hospital and Clinics, providing primary and specialty health care through personalized, patient-centered care. Small enough to know you, large enough to serve you.
Woohoo! It's what we do at Citizens Bank Minnesota, delivering the best banking services around, starting with our Woohoo Checking, the granddaddy of them all, offering an insanely high interest rate. Next up, Woohoo Simple, the young adult choice. It keeps it simple, now offering Woohoo You, a youth account with amazing rates for those future leaders. Stop by any of our locations in Lakeville, New Ulm, Lafayette, or LaSalle to find out how Citizens can put Woohoo in your banking. Get more information at citizensmn.bank, member FDIC.
Well, both teams are back on the court. And here are, this is the last section to be determined as to who punches their ticket to the state tournament next week. And the place to get all the games, or most of the games, 16 of the games, is right here on KDHL, our 70th year of baseline-to-baseline coverage. Roy Koenig and I will have the games for you next week. Section 2, Eden Prairie. Section 3, Apple Valley, the defending state champs. Out of Section 4, Cretin-Derham Hall. Out of Section 5, Osseo, who knocked off Park Center last night. There was a little bit of an upset. Wayzata upset Hopkins to win the Section 6 title. Forest Lake won Section 7, and out of Section 8, Maple Grove. And they seed the tournament on Sunday, tomorrow. The games start on Wednesday. (24-19) is our score as we get ready to start the second half. And thanks to H&R Block, Lakeville, Faribault, Owatonna for bringing you all our stats today. Hope you enjoy our points in the paint feature, tied at 8 apiece. On the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard, it's 24-19. Rochester John Marshall. They have a scholarship program for South and North Lakeville students. Stop by for details. Member FDIC. So the Panthers will come out on the floor with Wall and Denk, Luco, Jensen, Blazik. As Wall inbounds it to Jensen, moving left to right on your radio dial. Let's see if they can eat into this 5-point lead. We'll see what adjustments Coach Oxton makes. Luco right side to Denk. Denk takes one dribble out front to Blazik. They get it over to Jensen. They want quick ball movement here. Pass comes out front to Wall. Wall's being guarded by Werbin. Wall dribbles to his left. Now Hurt jumps out on him. See, somebody needs to go back door there, and there's a layup, and he missed it. Did Luca? Another missed layup by Lakeville North. You can't ask for a better shot. I mean, it was a layup. They went back door, and they got what they wanted. Stye's going to swing it on the right side to Hurt. Hurt's going to go right to the basket. It's blocked from behind. They're going to call foul. And Luco just got his third foul. So Hurt goes to the free throw line. He hit the deck kind of hard again that time. As he steps to the charity stripe with his green tennies. 17:22 to go. 5-point John Marshall lead as he swishes it. Boy, I don't know how many point-blank shots the Panthers have missed here. As the second free throw is also good. Pretty much can pencil him in. He's only missed 2 in this game. He's got 8 points at the free throw line, and now Wall nearly has it stolen by Werven. 26-19. Biggest lead for John Marshall. Free throw line shots up. It's short by Wall. Hurt did come out to challenge him. Now Antoine will bring it across the timeline. Antoine goes in the lane. It's rejected by Wall. Picked up by Jensen. Jensen comes across the timeline with a right-handed dribble. Gets it back to Wall. He gets in attack mode. Nice wraparound pass to Luco for a layup. See, Hurt can't cover both guys. And that's what I would do. I'd attack him from one side and have somebody come the other side. As that's exactly what North did. 26-21. Werven has it on the left wing. Lobs it to Stye. Is backing in. Hurt on the low block. Has Luco on him with those 3 fouls. They swing it on the right side. They get it into Hurt. He spins, and it's an offensive foul as he knocks over Luco, who hits the deck kind of hard. He's looking a little groggy, maybe. So a foul on Hurt. That's his first foul. With 16:30 to go. That's the other thing that's amazing about Matthew Hurt when you watch him play. He does not foul a lot. And that's, you know, it's not because he's getting special treatment. He does not foul a lot. Luco gets it out front to Jensen. That's why so many schools are looking for him. He plays defense too. Here's a triple from the left side. It's an air ball by Wall, who just has not been able to find his stroke at all here in the auditorium. He really looks out of sorts. 26-21, Rochester, John Marshall. 16-12 to go on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. In the girls' game, will be on Power 96 at 5. Roy Koenig will have that. Hurt. Oh, my. They called a foul on Luco, who jumped around Hurt and got a steal. And Luco just got his 4th foul, and that is huge for Lakeville North. He's probably their second best player. As the pass comes into Stye. A 5-point John Marshall lead. Stye gets away with a push-off a couple of times. Now it's knocked away by Blazic. Antoine passes it to Stye. Now to Ebert. 26-21. Pass goes in the corner to Antoine. Now Ebert has it. He'll swing it right side to Werven. Hurt standing at the free throw line. Ebert gets it over to Antoine. Again, they're going to milk some clock here with that 5-point lead, 26-21. They don't care if this game's in the 30s. They think they can win in the 30s. Antoine, couple of dribbles to his right. He'll back up with the basketball. Passes it across the way to Stye. As they're playing keep away right now are the John Marshall Rockets. Right side, it's Antoine. Hurt goes down low. He's got Mastert on him now, the big physical guy. He's swinging around the horn to the Rockets. Antoine goes for the basket, got stripped to the ball, and they're going to say it's off of, well, I guess it's off of Lakeville North. So inbounding the ball will be the Rochester John Marshall Rockets. 15:06 to go. They're up by 5 of the Rockets. Pass comes in. Stye misses a layup. Rebound taken out by Jensen. Bringing it up is Jensen. Jensen thought about a 3. Right side goes with it to Blazic. He's going to shoot an 18-footer. It comes up short. Rebound taken out by Antoine, who's a very good rebounding guard. He doesn't score, but he does a lot of other things well for the Rockets. Gets the ball across the timeline. Pass it on the left side. Stye has it. Gets it into Hurt. Hurt will pass it to Werven. They're going to shoot a 3. It's no good. Pass as Mastert gets it. That's not the shot they wanted, believe me, unless Hurt takes it. Step back Wall thought about a 3. Probably should have taken it. Here's one from the corner, and it's good. Dink hits a 3. Lakeville North's looking for somebody to get a hot hand here. Nobody's got one. It's 26-24, though. They're only down by 2. 14-18 to go. Stye looks to bring it across the timeline, and a timeout's taken by Coach Daly. He does not want to lose this lead, because if he loses the lead, well, obviously the momentum changes, and as he went to the huddle, he turned to the official and said, push off, push off. Probably could call it both ways. 26-24, John Marshall leads it, 14-15 to go. We want to thank Northfield Hospital and Clinics for bringing you our keys to the game. Northfield Hospital and Clinics with a full-service clinic plus urgent care right in Lakeville. Primary care for the entire family plus the specialists you need when you need them. Later today, right here on KDHL, the Northfield girls play for a state championship against the Hawks of Robbinsdale Cooper. We'll get underway at 6 bells tonight from the Target Center. Yep, we'll be jumping in the station helicopter after this one and heading up to the city. As Hyatt brings the ball up, he'll pass it underneath the Stye, and a blocking foul is called on Lakeville North. He was trying to take a charge, Wall was, and they call him for his 3rd foul. The Rocket didn't know he was behind him, and that, I thought, was a bad call. That really hurts. I mean, Walt has got his 3rd foul. It's 26-24. He's obviously North's best player. Lob pass comes in to Hurt. He can't make the catch. So another turnover. Wall goes in. Hurt falls down. No call either way, as John Marshall ends up with the ball. Pass to Hurt at center court. Hurt goes down the lane, dumps it off. He rolls over a Panther, and we're going to have a foul called on Hurt. It might have been a little out of control there. Both teams had their first turnover. Neither one could convert it into points, and Coach Hoxton's going to take a timeout. He wants to tie the game right here. 13 minutes, 48 seconds to go. Rochester, John Marshall, 26. Hurt's been jawing at the official. Coach Daly gets him back into the huddle here. 26-24. Rockets leading the Panthers back in 30 seconds.
Favorite thing about my street?
It's quiet.
Safe.
The people.
We rely on each other.
And we rely on our Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The co-op isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information, efficiency,
Safety.
technology.
That's why whenever I have a question about energy,
I always call my Touchstone Energy Cooperative first.
because in my community,
I am the co-op. And the co-op
is me.
Dakota Electric Association is your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Well, congratulations. Goes out to the Lyle Pacelli Athletics out of Section 1. They won a state championship. Goodyear did it the last 2 years. So Section 1 is dominating in Class A. The Athletics are state champions. Lyle Pacelli out of Section 1. We're trying to find out who is going to go to the boys' state high school basketball tournament out of Section 1 in Class A later today. That will not be on these airwaves. Rushford, Peterson, and Spring Grove. I would guess it'd be on KFIL, though, one of our cousins. In the lane, great pass, and Master missed a layup. And how many layups they missed. Hyatt, little Euro step, scores. Another layup missed by Lakeville North. Jensen's 3 is no good. Rebound taken out by Wolven. We get a tie-up, and they're going to call a foul on the tie-up on Lakeville North. I think Fossey gets called for the foul. So inbounding the ball will be Ebert for John Marshall. It's 28-24. Oxton mapped out a beautiful play. Got Master to layup, and they just cannot make layups in here. These rims are super tight, but still you should have adjusted to them by now. Pass goes on the right side to Wolven. Gets it back out front. Ebert back to Wolven. Right in front of the John Marshall bench at the free throw line is Hurt. He gets the ball, turns to face the basket. 2 guys collapse on him. Wall gets a steal from him. Wall's going to go in and slam it. That's what he should have done earlier. You don't miss layups if you slam it. And Wall did just that. It's 28-26. 12 minutes, 51 seconds to go right about now. Well, maybe another few minutes before we see the absolute lights-out press. Pass goes down the lane to Hyatt. Shoots a 15-footer. It's an air ball. I don't think Coach Daly liked that shot. Here's an open. Hurt comes flying at. Now Wall goes to the basket without Hurt under the basket. Smart move by Wall. Hurt came out to challenge the shooter. So then he got the ball and went right to the basket. Smart play. Let's see if he can hit his free throws. He's 0 for 4. Those are on the other end of the court. He's shooting into the John Marshall band now. He was shooting into the green-clad, I think it's John Marshall fans under the basket on the other end of the floor. This place is 2/3 filled with John Marshall fans here in Rochester. And Wall hits the free throw. If he gets his game on, look out, John Marshall. Hyatt comes out and is not happy about it, but that was not a shot Coach Daly wanted. And he makes it. Got to play a very controlled game, does John Marshall, to win this. It's 28-28, 12:34 to go. Antoine gets the inbounds pass. Guarded by Jensen. Almost traveled as he bounced it in the corner to Ebert. Now to Hyatt on the left side. Hurt's trying to get open, and they're going to call a foul underneath on Master. They call him for a hold. It really wasn't. He was getting physical with Hurt, but trying to use his body to push him off the block. Here's a shot by Hurt, and it rims in. Hurt only has 4 field goals in this game. 8 of his points are from the free throw line. Bounce pass is stolen away by John Marshall. Antoine in the open floor. Pass the left side to Ebert. If they're smart, they'll bring the ball out. Coach Daly's pleading with his team to take it out, and Stye hits an 18-footer. I'm sure Coach Daly was no, and then he hit it. 32-28, back up to a 4-point lead. We were tied at 28. Pass comes in, and as Cole Anderson's back in the game for Lakeville North, passes it in the corner. Here's a long-range jumper. It's no good. Rebound, Wall. Stye looked like he pushed him off for the rebound. The ball's going to go to Rochester John Marshall. Looked like Wall was going to get the rebound, and I thought Stye took his left hand and held his right hand so he couldn't grab it with both hands. 32-28. Hurt brings the ball up the floor. Pass on the left corner now. They get it back top of the key to Orvin. To Hurt at the free throw line. Him getting physical with him. Here's a shot, no good. Rebound taken down by Wall. Wall in the open floor, looks, bounces it in the corner. Here's a three, it's very short. Rebound, Wall gets knocked to the deck, no foul called, and John Marshall's coming back the other way. Pass on the right side to Hurt, he rolls over a Panther, and it's going to be an offensive foul. So Hurt, I think, just got his 3rd foul, unless I marked one down wrong. Yeah, that's his 3rd. There's a lot of time left in this game, folks. 11 minutes to go. Wall's got 3, and Hurt has 3. Holding up L.A. is Coach Oxton. Black ink on a yellow card, L.A. Jensen tosses it left side. Out front, again, the ball's turned over by Lakeville North. A travel, I thought, as Antoine rolled with the ball. To call the timeout, the coaching staff was like, how can you roll with the ball and get a timeout, not get a travel? So the coaches are asking the official across the way for Lakeville North. Antoine got the ball, but he rolled as he called the timeout. 32-28, John Marshall leads it. North has just 4 turnovers in this game. They come at inopportune times. Our score is 32-28. Again, Hurt has just 4 field goals in this game. They don't care how many field goals he has as long as John Marshall wins. This half he has 4 points. He has 18 in the game. They've become much more physical with him as the Lakeville North Panthers. When he gets the ball, he's got to work for it. Officials are calling things as Wall's going to come over. He's got some blood on the shoulder, and he's going to have to come out here and get that taken care of. Or, I'm sorry, it's going to be on the leg. I thought he was pointing to his shoulder as he walked over to the trainer. 32-28 with 10 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the game, in regulation anyway. Says all the feel of a possible overtime game. Then later tonight, we'll have Northfield, Robbinsdale, Cooper state championship game at 6 from the Target Center, downtown Minneapolis. Right here on KDHL, we'll go right at 6. As Hurt. Foul's called on Stalock, his second. Coach Oxton telling him not to do that. He was trying to pressure Hurt up the floor. And he got called for a reach in. So Hurt's going to bring it up. Stalock's on him. He brings it across the black timeline with a right-handed dribble. Gets to Werben. You would think Hurt would touch the ball every trip down the floor here now. Team's up by 4. We're approaching 10 minutes to go in the game. Guy takes a couple of dribbles. Gets it back out front. They swing it on the right side. Werben gets it back out to Ebert. Ebert looks. Only guy with green tennies on the floor is Hurt. Trying to get some luck of the Irish here today. Sty gets it out front now to Antoine. He's guarded by Blazik. Ebert fakes a pass down low. Now pass it in the corner to Antoine. Hurt gets on the move. Now Sty from the free throw line shoots and scores. He is their second best player. He's got 9. And it's 34-28, a 6-point lead for the Rockets. Anderson on the right wing gets a screen. Gets it to the screener. And a travel is called. He tried to do a fake and ended up shuffling the feet. Did Stalock. So he's going to have a seat. Back in the game is Wall. Rockets are going to inbound the ball. Pass comes into Sty. Pass on the right side to Antoine. Thought about a 3, and I'm sure Coach Daly was right on the sideline. Said no. Handoff goes to Antoine. Almost had a steal. Now that was a travel not called. Shots up no good. Rebound taken down by Wall. Wall will throw it all the way down the floor to Dank in the lane. Luco, and a blocking foul, and Luco misses a layup. Man, they can't buy a layup. Would have been a 3-point play, and he made it. He was shooting. I was going to say he was shooting. Is he getting free throws here? He was shooting. They say he wasn't shooting. Wow. 9:21 to go. It's 34-28. They ruled he wasn't shooting. Boy, he was shooting. No question. Luco goes to the basket. They're getting physical with him. No call. He goes back up off glass. Scores, and he's fouled. Werben was really getting away with some pushing there. So Luco makes the basket. He had to muscle it in. He's got 6 points. If he makes this, it's a 3-point game with 9:13 to go. Pointing to his elbow is Coach Daly from John Marshall. He's not wearing any green either. Of course, red and black are their school colors. Free throw rims in. 3 times off the rim went in for Luco. 3 for 3 this half at the free throw line are the Panthers. They were 3 of 8 in the first half. Now they're putting on the press. They put it on all day, but they haven't had a real gripping press. And Wall's got to be careful. He's guarding Hurt come up the floor. He leans into Wall, passes it over to Stein. I don't know why 6'9" players lean to make themselves lower, bringing the ball up the floor. Stein passes on the right side. Over in the corner, touch pass to Antoine, gets it into Hurt in the lane. Turnaround jumper's good. Hurt scores only his second basket in the lane. They've done a masterful job of shutting that off. 36-31. Meanwhile, Wall was talking to the official coming up the floor. I'm sure he thought he pushed me off. That's how he got that space. We had a foul called out top. Going to be on Wervin, his third, and Wall's back at the free throw line here. This is exactly what Lakeville North needs. Clock stopped. They can eat into that lead if Wall can hit his free throws. He's 2 for 2 this half, 0 for 4 in the first half. He's shooting into the JM band. Missed it. Rebound, Luco. Back to Wall. Swings it on the left side. Boy, Wall's having a nightmare shooting here today. Pass goes over to Luco. Luco, Wall points in the corner. Now he gets the ball back. Hurt comes over to help out on him. Tries a wraparound pass. He gets knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Lakeville North Panthers. 8 minutes, 20 seconds to go. 36-31, John Marshall. Pace has been exactly what they want. They've even turned the ball over 12 times, but only twice this half. Luco hands it off. Jensen swings it on the right side. As they watch these Lakeville North Panthers, they don't have some of the quick, long, lean athletes that they've had in past years to throw on that kind of a gripping press. Jensen dribbles to his right, passes it to Luco. 17-footers, no good. Rebound is going to go off of John Marshall and out of bounds, off Antoine. Luco missed the long-range jumper. Boy, their shooting percentage has to be really poor. And yet they're only down by 5. Pass comes in under the basket. We have a foul, I think, on Hyatt. Blazik will go to the free throw line where he's 2 for 2. Coach Daly calls Ebert over and talks to him. So Blazik heads to the charity stripe. For the Lakeville North Panthers, Owen is a 6'1 senior. He's got 5 points, has not scored here in the second half. And he missed the free throw. Man, oh man. They're 3 of 5 for the free throw line this half, 6 of 13 in the game, and they just called a foul on the rebound on Lakeville North. They called it on Wall, his 4th. Coach Oxton was not the least bit happy. He said you could have called that one on number 1, too. They were both, jostling for the rebound. So Wall has to come out of the game here with 7:55 to go. Hurt misses the free throw. Rebound's taken out by Masters, who's back in the game. They're still only down by 5, and the Panthers have been shooting very woeful in this game. Pass to Masters. Swings it on the right side. Blazik is on the left wing as Jensen looks to dribble, penetrate, stops, pops, and makes it. Well, that little guy making things happen here. Tommy Jensen elevating. Hurt was going to come flying at him. And he didn't matter. He just shot it over him and scored. 36-33. Now Coach Oxton's pleading with his team to get a stop. Antoine out front. Ebert swings it over to Sty. He's being guarded by Blazik. Dribbles to his left. Fakes, pass left, gets it to Hurt. Hurt wants to move on Masters. Passes it out top of the key to Ebert. Now they get it to Hyatt with 7 minutes to go in the game. Sty has it. Hurt standing at the free throw line. He's got Masters behind him. Hyatt shoots one high off the glass, misses it. Rebound taken out. Coach Daly, I'm sure, didn't like that shot. Coming up the floor. I would think you'd want Hurt to touch the ball again. 36-33. Going in the lane. Dank gets it to Master. Now to Jensen. Jensen's been their best jump shooter today. He's going to shoot a 3, and it's in! Tommy Jensen, it's a triple. And we're tied at 36 with 6:34 to go in the game. Jensen's got 9 points. 6:24 to go. We're tied at 36. Pass on the right side to Antoine, and a timeout by Coach Daly. I'm sure he's going to map something out to get Hurt a bucket here. What a game. 6 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Lakeville North, everything seems to be going against them. They got tons of guys in foul trouble and not really seem to be getting any close calls. They're missing free throws, they're missing layups, and yet it's tied at 36. Timeout by Coach Daly of John Marshall. Back in 30 seconds.
All right, America. H&R Block has some good news. For a limited time only, you could get a refund advance loan of up to $3,000 the same day you file at Block. That's right. You could get up to $3,000 today. No interest. Told you it was good news. To learn more or find participating locations near you, visit hrblock.com. Get your taxes won. Optional tax refund related loan from BofI Federal Bank. Not your tax refund. $500, $750, $1,250, or $3,000 loans offered. Approval and loan amount based on expected refund and other conditions. Funds loaded on prepaid card. Tax returns may be e-filed without applying for this loan. Fees for other products or features may apply.
Wow. We're tied at 36. Just telling a coach sitting to the left of me here, Lakeville North's lucky this game's tied. Nothing's gone their way. And he said, yeah, when Wall got his third foul, I thought they were in, or his fourth foul rather, I thought they were in deep trouble. How much longer is Coach Hodgson going to have Wall on the bench? We're tied at 36 with 6:20 to go. I would think right around the 4-minute mark he'd come back. And John was absolutely right. They could have called that either way. Both guys were jostling for the rebound. That's a perfect situation not to call on either one of the guys. And now they just called a foul on Lakeville North. Antoine was trying to run a screen, and they say he ran over him, so Dank will get called for the foul, and Antoine will go to the free throw line. He has not shot a free throw. He has not scored in this game. And it is good. That's just the third point at the free throw line this half. John Marshall had 7 points at the free throw line in the first half, and all but one of them were by Hurt. So JM retakes the lead. He missed the second one. The 1-point lead with 6:09 to go for Rochester John Marshall. Pass goes to Master, guarded by Hurt. He tried to pass it back to his teammate. It's stolen away. Going in, laying it up, and in is Stye. Miscommunication cost them 2 points. 39-36. Jensen, left side to Luco. He's going to shoot a free throw line shot. Looked like he got fouled. Makes the basket. I mean, he got hit on the arm. It's 39-38 on the follow through after the shot. Antoine looks to Coach Daly. Swings it over to Stye. Now on the left side to Ebert. Gets it inside to Stye. Shots up. It's no good. Rebound's taken down. We're going to have a foul on Hyatt. Trying to challenge Jensen for the rebound. So they'll go down the other end and shoot free throws. Jensen has not shot a free throw today. He has had 9 points. And a great game so far for Lakeville North. He's been their best shooter. So we'll see how he does at the free throw line, where Lakeville North has been very woeful. They're 3 of 5 in this half. They are 6 of 13 in the game where they have a lead. It's good. Jensen will have another. If he makes this, North will have the lead. There's 5 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the game. As Jensen's second free throw is no good. We're tied at 39. Hurt got the rebound. Ebert has it. And right now, Coach Daly might be thinking about, yep, he's going to let some air out of the ball. Right side Stye. Now if you're Lakeville North, you might want to throw on a trap. Ebert bounces it. Nope, I thought he was going to bounce it in the corner. Now he does pass it, but not bounce it in the corner to Antoine. Guarded by Master. Master's right out and trying to get it into Hurt. It's turned over. Coming up the other way. Pass goes to Jensen. Layup. He missed the layup. They can't make a layup at all. Another layup missed by Lakeville North. Here's a leaner three. No good by Hurt. And a foul's going to be called on Luco, who goes, how was I fouling somebody? So Luco gets called for his 5th foul, fouls out of the game with 4 minutes and 37 seconds to go. He had 7 second half points, finishes with 9. And Luco will have to watch the final 4:37 as he checks out here. At the free throw line is going to be Stye. So Luco is fouled out. Wall's got 4 fouls. And it's good. 4 points at the free throw line this half, 11 in the game. That's really the difference in this game. As Lakeville North has not hit free throws very well at all. He hits them both. He's got 13 points. Hurt this half has just 2 field goals. He has only 6 points. He's got 20 total. They've done a masterful job on him. 41-39. They just haven't been able to, if they make some of these layups, they'd have a lead, and free throws too. Rocking his way, passing it to Master. They get it back out front to Dink, swing it on the right side to Blazic. Blazic fakes right, goes left. Trying to get a steal as Ebert. Pass it right side to Dink. He's going to shoot a 3, and it's in and out, no good. It was partway down, and it rolled out. 41-39 with 4 minutes to go in the game. Dye gets in the corner to Ebert. For Rochester, John Marshall. They get it into Hurt. Hurt back to Ebert with 3:50 to go. It's a 2-point lead for John Marshall. Pass goes on the right wing. Dye gets it back out front to Antoine. Swings it on the left side. Ebert gets it in the lane. Now back out to Antoine. Pass comes back out to Antoine. Swings on the left side to Ebert. Now they get it back to Antoine. Hurt's going to run baseline. They got Dink on him now. 3:28 to go. Coach Daly shortening this game. Passes it out front to Antoine. Antoine's out front with the ball. Passes it left side to Ebert. Hurt has 2 guys. Wall's back in the game. They go reverse. Shots up, no good. Rebound, no good. Wall's got the rebound. Gets it over to Blazic. An open 3, and it's good! Blazic hits a prime time play. 2 minutes and 56 seconds to go. Lakeville North takes the lead. Ebert. Again, I don't understand why Hurt's not shooting more. 42-41. Antoine dribbles to his left. Wow, Hurt just ran over a guy. Lakeville North just scored. Rockets just scored. Master's like, how come he can run over me like that? 43-42. I didn't see who scored the basket. And Coach Oxton's just bewildered, looking at the official and going, how come my guy gets run over and there's no call? He's not being demonstrative at all, but he is pleading his case with the official. Oh, and I think I just saw the official kind of shove John. I can't believe what I just saw. So 43-42 is the score. John Marshall leads by 1. Again, I didn't see who made that last basket. There are 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. I was watching Hurt run right over Masters. Now, Masters a big football-type body guy. But, Hurt's not exactly small. He's a wiry 6'9" fellow, but Coach Oxton just had both hands up in the air like, how come he didn't call that foul? Meanwhile, they made a bucket in the process to take a 1-point lead with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Wall has just not had a very good day shooting at all here for the Lakeville North Panthers. He got 9 points, and Hurt has just not shot a lot. He's got 20, most of them at the free throw line. Jensen swings it over. Blazic gets it to Master to the free throw line. Hurt's on him. Now they get it to Wall. Hurt goes on the Wall. Passes it out to Jensen. Jensen's been their best shooter. Gets it out front to Wall. Wall. Flopped by Antoine. He just absolutely hit the deck when the Wall was dribbling toward the basket. The ball went in the basket, but it won't count. And it shouldn't. Fans were asking for it, but it shouldn't. Wall missed another free throw. He was 0 for 4 in the first half. He's 2 for 4 this half. If he makes this, it's a tie game with 2:12 to go. Normally, he's a very good free throw shooter. He makes it. Got 5 second half points, 10 in the game. They've done a masterful job on him. Of course, those fouls have kind of taken him out of the game, too. 2 minutes, 7 seconds to go. Who's going to win this in the final 2 minutes? Ebert has it on the left wing. You would think Hurt would have the ball in his hands. Antoine, as he traveled, they didn't call. He stepped back 2 steps, and they didn't call a travel. Stein gets it out front. Hurt swings it on the left side to Ebert. I didn't know you could jump back 2 steps when he caught a ball. Pass goes to Hurt. Hurt in the lane, gets it back out front to Antoine. Minute 40 to go. Coach Oxton's telling his team to come out. We got a challenge. Hurt's trying to get open. He just shoved Dank away. Gets it in the lane, runs right over, and they call a blocking foul. On Master. And guess what? He fouls out with 1:33 to go in the game. So at the free throw line is Mr. Automatic Free Throws. Matthew Hurt, although he's 2 for 3 this half. He was 6 of 8 in the first half. Coach Oxton is going to bring in Anderson again. Dink comes over to talk to his coach. I guess he's got some blood now, and they got to. Yep, the trainer's got to get the blood off him. We had a couple of Panthers here that have had blood. Coach Oxton, I'm sure, is thinking we just cannot get a call to go our way. Hurt's at the free throw line here with 1:33 to go in the game. His free throw, good. .44, 43, 93 seconds to go in somebody's season. Hurt's got the green tennies, trying to get the luck of the Irish. He's got 22. It's 45-43. John Marshall, Jensen gets it up, and Coach Oxton's going to take a timeout, try to get some kind of a play, get his team to tie or take the lead. It's 45-43. Rochester, John Marshall. Coach Oxton takes the timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Tired of feeling like a number at the doctor's office? At Northfield Hospital and Clinics, we treat you like a person. You are an important part of your healthcare team, so our doctors and staff listen to you and treat you with respect. Our 4 clinics offer primary and specialty care close to home in Northfield, Lonsdale, Lakeville, and Farmington. Learn more about our doctors and staff at northfieldhospital.org. Brought to you by Northfield Hospital and Clinics, providing primary and specialty health care through personalized, patient-centered care. Small enough to know you, large enough to serve you.
Woohoo! It's what we do at Citizens Bank Minnesota, delivering the best banking services around, starting with our Woohoo Checking, the granddaddy of them all, offering an insanely high interest rate. Next up, Woohoo Simple, the young adult choice. It keeps it simple, now offering Woohoo You, a youth account with amazing rates for those future leaders. Stop by any of our locations in Lakeville, New Ulm, Lafayette, or LaSalle to find out how Citizens can put Woohoo in your banking. Get more information at citizensmn.bank, member FDIC.
45-43, Rochester, John Marshall. They've gone zone here. Isn't this interesting? They've gone zone. They've got Hurt in the back of the zone. That is very interesting. Wall gets the ball in the lane. Minute 15 to go. Jensen under the basket. Brings it back out top. To Dank. Gets it back. Jensen looked to get it to Wall. He'll back up with it. Now gets it to Wall. Wall got a shove in the back from Hurt. Here's a shot from the free throw line. And it's good by Blazik. Blazik hits the bucket. It's tied at 45 with under a minute to go. Coach Daly's going to go for the last shot, I would think. He's saying 4 corners. 4. He's got 4 up on his fingers. I'm thinking that's 4 corners. Hurt held the ball too long at the 5-second call. And now the other official said there was a timeout call when he gave the 5-second call. Coach Oxton's like, are you serious? And they said, yep. Daly got the timeout when the official had called the 5-second call. And meanwhile, one of the assistants is asking the official about it. Hurt was standing nearly right in front of us, and I was thinking, boy, that's going to be, away. It was just the official called a 5-second, and the other official said that Daly got the timeout before the 5-second, I guess. We're tied at 45 with 43 seconds to go. You know the Rockets are going for the last shot. You know who you would think would take the last shot. It just can't get a call. It's one of those days. We all have them. Wow, that was crucial. I mean, you get the 5-second call there, then North could go down and go for the last shot. I mean, that's a humongous, kind of like a charge that was called last night in the Austin game, where they didn't count the bucket for Northfield, and all of a sudden Austin went back up double digits. I don't know, it was just under 4 minutes to go, something like that, where it looked like the Northfield Raiders scored. They called it. They didn't count the bucket, and then they went down and hit a three. It would have been a 7-point deficit. It got punched up to 10. I should say it would have been a 5-point game. It got punched up to 10. That's a big difference. So here we go. Hurt's got the ball in his hands. Wall's on him. Wall steals it from behind. Here goes Wall with 36 seconds. Goes in. Layup good. Wall hits the layup. Makes the steal. And we're 47-45. Oh my. Hurt just hit Wall in the throw. Now he runs over another Panther, and they're going to call a foul, and Hurt's going to go to the free throw line with 22 seconds to go. Man, he flashed that elbow, and Wall hit the deck. And so he's going to go to the free throw line, where he's only missed 3. If he makes them, it's a tie game, but Lakeville North will still have a shot to win this thing, barring a turnover. As he hits the free throw, I'll have another. By the way, in the latest Minnesota basketball news poll, the Rockets were ranked 6th, the Panthers 4th in the state. You heard the overrated cheer. He missed the second one. Hurt missed the free throw. And now you don't even have to shoot. He looks at the ceiling. He can't believe it. 17.9 seconds to go in the game. Lakeville North just might steal this one. 47-46. At the free throw line is Wall. He's been struggling all day at the free throw line. He's shot 9 and he's only made 3. He made the first one. If he makes this one, Hurt can hit him from almost half court. So I would think he'd be jacking up a 3, and he's very capable of making it from anywhere on the floor. I've seen it. Second free throw, good. 9 points this half. 14 in the game for Wall, who's played very well with those 4 fouls. His steal. Hurt trying to bring the ball. Now back in my day, they would have called a reach-in. When you reach around from behind and knock the ball away, they would have called that a reach-in in my day. They don't call that anymore. Hyatt's going to check in here for John Marshall. What a game. 17.9 seconds to go. Lakeville North has had nothing go their way today, and they might just win this thing. Unbelievable. And who would have thought that Hurt would miss a free throw at the end of the game? 49-46. Lakeville North's trying to win their 7th straight section title. Coach Oxen gets a final word in with his team, and I'm sure he's saying no fouls on a 3-point shot. Let Hurt shoot it. If we tie and go to overtime, that's fine, but we don't want to foul him on a 3-point shot. And I guarantee you he's going to be taking the 3-point shot. Pass comes into Hurt. Now remember last time Wall got the steal by stealing it from behind. 11 seconds. Hurt's out front. He's got to shoot a 3. He does, and he missed it. Rebound taken down by Plazic. We got a foul underneath. And that might be it. 4.5 seconds to go. Wall goes to the Lakeville North student body and says, yes. Well, they challenged her on the three-point shot. And Lakeville North's going to do it again. Their 7th straight section championship, if Blazik hits the free throws here. Blazik's free throw. I don't know why they're yelling that cheer, because Lakeville North's ranked higher than John Marshall. As he, and I know they're talking about the player, Hurt, but he really is a special player. This is a team game, and Blazik did hit the second, and that's going to do it. Lakeville North's going to the state tournament for the 7th straight year. It's 51-46. Hurt throws up a three. It does not go in, and that's the game. Lakeville North does it again. They're jumping up and down like it's the 7th game of the World Series. Now the student body's coming out here, and the security guys are trying to get them off the court. 51-46, Lakeville North trailed most of this game, but the only time that the score counts is in the end. Wow. What a game. Again, Hurt had just 2 field goals the entire second half. He had 3 field goals the entire first half. Lakeville North had 2 guys foul out trying to cover the guy. They got very physical with him, and it looked like he may have been tired here at the end. That's how he missed those threes. And the free throw, too, I'm sure. I mean, he plays every ticky-tock of the clock, brings the ball up periodically at 6'9" junior, and the game plan to work. Most teams try to exercise that, I'm sure, when they play John Marshall, but most teams don't have the personnel that Lakeville North has to work with. They were able to throw about, 5-6 different guys at him. And the Panthers kind of steal it away. 51-46, Lakeville North on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. So proud of their Panthers. Conveniently located next to Super Target, just off I-35 in Lakeville. Member FDIC. We'll take a look at those H&R Block statistics, and then we got to head northward to bring you the Northfield Robbinsdale Cooper State Championship game in Class 3A in the girls state high school basketball tournament as these teams are lining up for the trophy presentation. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Favorite thing about my street?
It's quiet.
Safe.
The people.
We rely on each other.
And we rely on our Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The co-op isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information.
Efficiency.
Safety.
Technology.
That's why whenever I have a question about energy,
I always call my Touchstone Energy Cooperative first.
because in my community,
I am the co-op.
And the co-op
is me.
Dakota Electric Association is your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
All right, America. H&R Block has some good news. For a limited time only, you could get a refund advance loan of up to $3,000 the same day you file at Block. That's right. You could get up to $3,000 today, no interest. Told you it was good news. To learn more or find participating locations near you, visit hrblock.com. Get your taxes won. Optional tax refund related loan from B of I Federal Bank. Not your tax refund. $500, $750, $1,250, or $3,000 loans offered. Approval and loan amount based on expected refund and other conditions. Funds loaded on prepaid card. Tax returns may be e-filed without applying for this loan. Fees for other products or features may apply.
What a game. Lakeville North goes to 25-4, and they win their 7th straight section title. Wow. They had to work their tails off to get it. The pace was exactly what John Marshall wanted. Calls seemed to be going their way, but Lakeville North wins it 51-46. In the first half, remember, they were 3 for 8 from the free throw line. They were not. They were better in the second half. 2, 4, 6. They scored, 2, 4, 6, 8. They had 9 points in the free throw line in the second half, so finished with 12. But let's see. They were 9 of, 13 in the second half, so they were 12 of 21 in the game, or they wouldn't have had such a close game, right? John Marshall in the first half was 7 of 11. They made 8 free throws in the second half of 11. So they were 15 of 22 in the game. but they didn't score quite enough at the free throw line. Hurt, remember, had, 6 of 8 at the free throw line in the first half. He was 5 of 7 in the second half, and of course missed a biggie at the end of the game, as they are getting the runner-up trophy again in Rochester, and they're not too excited. They're not holding up for the fans or anything as they went to get their trophy. Meanwhile, the Lakeville North Panthers are going to be hoisting another section championship trophy here in just a few minutes. I got security guys in front of me, so I'm probably not going to get a picture of the trophy presentation for our website. 51-46, your final score. Lakeville North, the number 1 seed, number 4 ranked team in the state, beat the number 6 ranked and number 2 seed Rochester John Marshall Rockets. Leading the way was Tyler Wall, who had a tough day, especially at the free throw line, but he sure hit some clutch shots at the end of the game. He finished with 14, 12 for Blazik. He hit some big shots. Tommy Jensen hit some huge shots. He finished with 10, 9 for Luco, who fouled out with 4 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the game. Denk finished with 3 points, 1 point for Mastert, and Cole Anderson had 2 points off the bench. Just 3 points off the bench for Lakeville North. Just 4 points, they had no points off the bench, did John Marshall. They had nothing off the bench. Their guards scored 1 point. They scored 3 points in the game. Hurt finished with 23. Stye had 13. They're the only guys in double figures. 4 for Werven. They had 1 for Ebert and 1 for Antoine. And just not enough firepower. Final score again, Lakeville North 51, Rochester John Marshall 46. We're heading up to the Twin Cities, the Lakeville North Girls Basketball State Tournament 3rd place game from the Gangelhoff Center on the campus of Concordia University in St. Paul, Minnesota. Roy Koenig will have the call on Power 96 Radio. Best way to listen is by downloading the absolutely free, best 4-letter word in the English language other than love, free Power 96 Faribault app. Just tap the app, click on Listen Live, and I get this security guy's head out of my picture, and it didn't work. Anyway, what was I saying? Tap the app, click on the Listen Live, and that's really the best way to listen at power96radio.com. Roy does a super job. You'll enjoy the broadcast, and he'll get underway, I would guess, about, if everything's on time, about 4:50 or so, 4:45, 4:50, somewhere in there, again, from the Gangelhoff Center. We'll have on KDHL radio on these airwaves the state championship game, Class 3A, the Northfield Raiders and the Robbinsdale Cooper Hawks. We'll have it for you right here on the Mighty 920. We'll get underway at 6 this evening. In your final score here, 51-46. Lakeville North wins their 7th straight section title by defeating the Rochester John Marshall Rockets. The Rocket winning streak ends at 15 straight games. Lakeville North has just picked up their 5th straight win as they head to the state tournament. Our broadcast today has been a service of these super people. If you enjoyed it, please let them know. They include H&R Block with offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna. At H&R Block, they know taxes. And, of course, all their staff's a service with them. By the way, in the second half, Lakeville North had 4 turnovers, 3 for John Marshall. The biggest one was the Wall, little tap from behind to get the steal, and Blazik went in and hit the big shot. And Lakeville North went on to win it, 51-46. Both these teams averaged in the 70s coming into today. Lakeville North averaged 74. John Marshall averaged 73 points per game. Defensively, the Rockets gave up 56, and Lakeville North gave up 55 points per game coming into this one. Unbelievable. Things just did not go the Panther way most of the day. They were down by 5 at the half, 24-19. The pace was exactly, I think, what Coach Daly wanted. But again, the North Panthers persevere and win it 51-46. Also, our broadcast today, a service of the Dakota Electric Association, Citizens Bank, Minnesota, Lakeville. Yep, they are conveniently located across from Super Target in Lakeville. bringing hometown banking to Lakeville, member FDIC, and by the Northfield Hospital and Clinics. With a full-service clinic plus urgent care right in Lakeville, primary care for the entire family plus the specialists you need when you need them. Well, we're going to be jumping into the station helicopter, heading up to the Target Center in Minneapolis. Hope you can join us for the broadcast of the Girls State Basketball Championship. Northfield against Robbinsdale Cooper later today. Thanks to Steve and Alex for engineering back at the studios. As always, a terrific job by those gentlemen. Hopefully we get to talk to you later. Get the final score for the final time from the Rochester Mayo Civic Center Auditorium. A packed house saw Lakeville North come from behind to defeat Rochester John Marshall 51-46 and capture their 7th straight section crown. Till later, this is Gordy Cosell. Have a great day.
The Mighty 920.